what's up guys? It's Dusty here with another edition of Dusty's Daily Doubles. Today is Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. Yesterday, we went a respectable 4 of 5 overall in the selections. We did indeed smash another Daily Double, going 2 for 2 on that. But we missed the Tuesday treble by 1, going 2 for 3 on the selections. However, if you just took a couple of the selections as bonus plays and didn't put it into treble, you would have been making a lot yesterday. We had some excellent picks, and we are back at it today with another great daily double and 3 bonus picks, including 1 really good prop pick that I barely ever do. I rarely do props, but this one is screaming value, and I did a lot of research into this, so stay tuned. Alright, now let's jump into today's Daily Double. First game up on the docket, we have an A10 matchup between Fordham traveling to Massachusetts. And UMass is just an ugly team. They are absolute cheeks this year. Just atrocious through and through. I don't know if they have anything to play for. They just recently fired their coach because they're absolute cheeks. And it seems like a bit of a scapegoat, to be honest. They're currently on a 3-game losing streak, 4-6 in their last 10. They are a decent record at home, 9 wins, 5 losses. But they're only 12-16 overall in the season. Just not a great team. Whereas this Fordham team, they're not great either, to be honest. But they're definitely more respectable than this UMass team, who's absolutely atrocious. They're definitely playing better, at least at the moment. And that's all we can ask for coming down to, this time of the year. Teams that are just atrocious, that have just thrown in the towel against teams that still want to earn some respect, and that's what I'm looking at right here. Fordham is 14-14 overall in the season, respectable 500. They're 3-8 away from home, which isn't great. It's actually pretty bad. But I mean, when you're going against a team who's as cheeks as UMass, UMass is ass. So Fordham is also 5-5 in their last 10, so they're playing okay. They're playing decent basketball, including a game that they just beat this team by 12 a few days back on February 28th. Fordham was at home and they beat them by 12, and now we're looking at a spot here where UMass is a 4-point favorite. Just gross. I honestly think that Fordham can go and win again. Neither of these teams are going to shock you. They're not overly talented, but UMass is just terrible. And I just see Fordham winning again. I honestly think they're going to win outright. However, for the Daily Double, we're going to take those 4 points and we're going to buy more points. And we are going to get Fordham at plus 8.5. That is going to be our first leg of the Daily Double. And we are going to parlay that with another A10 matchup. And that's going to be between George Mason traveling to Davidson to face this Wildcats team. And here we're looking at a mismatch again, quite honestly. George Mason has been playing way better of late. In the last few weeks, they have been playing better. They are 4-6 in their last 10, just 1 game sub 500. But at the start of the year, they were atrocious, and they have been turning it around a bit. They're currently on a 1-game winning streak, winning their last game. But last time these two teams faced last year, Davidson walked away with a 32-point victory. Again, it was last season, but it just goes to show you where these programs are, to be honest. Davidson's one of the better teams in the A10. In fact, they are first place for good reason, with a 24-4 overall record. They are 12-1 at home and 8-2 in their last 10. And this line is only sitting at Davidson -7, which seems very, very shallow to me. Probably because George Mason is a decent cover team. They lose, but they don't usually get blown out. However, I think that not only Davidson covers that easily, I think that they probably win by double digits. But for the Daily Double purposes, we are going to buy down and get Davidson at -2.5. And we are parlaying that, remember, with Fordham plus 8.5. And that is today's Daily Double. And now let's jump into today's bonus picks. First bonus pick up on the docket, we have a CUSA East matchup between the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders traveling to Charlotte to face this 49ers team. And this is going to be a pretty good matchup, as the line would indicate. We have Middle Tennessee as a road 2-point favorite against a team who is 10-4 at home. But, I mean, the way Middle Tennessee is playing right now, it is hard to bet against them. It is hard not to take them on such a small spread, as they have won 8 of their 8 in a row. They are 9-1 in their last 10, and they're 5-7 on the road. But again, they have been playing so great lately that I see this line to be a gift. So I would jump all over the line myself. But just for the bonus picks, we are going to take Middle Tennessee on the money line in a matchup that there's just so much value here. Again, just the way that they're playing right now, I don't really like that they're on the road, and Charlotte does play pretty good at home. But I do see Middle Tennessee going out there and squeaking out a win to keep that first place in the conference. They just want to make that push for the NCAA tournament, and I believe they will get there. And this is a big, big, big moment for them. It is a tough, shitty spot for this 49ers team, and we're going to go with Middle Tennessee on the money line as our first bonus pick. Our second bonus pick on the Daily Double, not on the Daily Double, our second bonus pick for today is going to be an ACC matchup between Notre Dame Fighting Irish traveling to Florida State to face the Seminoles team. And this looks like a mismatch on paper, as Florida State hasn't been playing very good, and Notre Dame has been playing pretty good of late. They shook off some cobwebs a few weeks ago, and they've been back on track. They're 8-2 in their last 10 on a 2-game winning streak, whereas Florida State is the opposite, 2-8 in their last 10. But they are 9-4 at home, 15-13 overall. These teams know each other very, very well. It's going to be a great matchup. Right now, Notre Dame is sitting at a 2.5-point favorite on the road. And quite honestly, I think that Florida State can win this game outright, as they are 38-2 at home night games in the last 40 games. 38 wins and 2 losses in their last 40 home night games is Florida State. That is a massive number, and it is hard to overlook, especially with the tournaments coming up. I think that Florida State has to gain back some respect here, and this is a perfect spot. I do think they win outright. However, for the Daily Double purposes, we are going to buy some points and take Florida State +7 at home tonight at 7 p.m. That is our second bonus play. And now our third and final bonus pick of the day is going to be that prop bet I was referring to earlier, and that is an NBA prop bet in the game of Miami Heat traveling to Milwaukee to face this Bucks team. And we are looking at Jimmy Butler here. His assists, right now his total assist is at 6.5. And that number has gone under 8 of the last 10 games. Jimmy Butler has failed to record over 6.5 assists. 8 in his last 10. That's 80%. And you know what? I dug deeper into this number and I looked closer. And out of those last 10 games, we are talking about Kyle Lowry being in the game, handling the rock. And in those last 10 games where Butler failed to get at least 7 assists, like I said, Kyle Lowry was in 9 of 10 of those and played full minutes. So I dug a little deeper, and I found a few months back in January, I found an 8-game stretch where Kyle Lowry did not suit up for any 8 of those games. 8 games in a row where Jimmy Butler handled the rock a lot more. And let me tell you what, in 8 of those games, he got at least 8 assists in 6 of 8 of those games. And the only 2 that he failed to get 8 in, one of them he only got 3 assists in, and he was ejected after 15 minutes of play. So he was actually on pace to probably get 8 in that one as well. And then in the other game where he failed to get 8, he only got 5 assists, but he only played 29 minutes, much lower than the workload that he's used to. So if he had his normal workload in that game, he probably would have got 8 assists at least again. So we're talking about 8 games straight where he should have had 8 assists. Well, he did, and he should have had it in 2 of the games. But again, just the fact that Kyle Lowry is out of tonight's matchup for personal reasons, I can see Jimmy Butler handling that ball again a lot and distributing it a lot. I think he's going to have a big game. I would look at him to hit a double-double tonight. However, I just see so much value in the assists. The assist is again at 6.5, and we are going to go over 6.5 assists for Jimmy Butler tonight, and that is going to be our final bet of the day. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Make sure you get your comments in there, and let's keep this train rolling.